I don't blame Job for being upset. I mean, he was a good and righteous man. He loved God, and his whole family dropped dead, and all his animals dropped dead, and he lost all his property, and he was sick and covered with sores. So I don't blame Job for being upset. And he expressed his anger to the Lord. Have you ever done that? Why, God? Why me, God? I did that in my life when I was treated with such terrible injustice, with disrespect, and I cried out to God, why, God? What had I done so wrong? I mean, I thought I was serving you, Lord, and now I've got some guy who's trying to take the priesthood from me. Why, God? I mean, what's going on here? The injustice was just making me so angry. But I love how God answered Job. Hey there, set limits for the sea and fasten the bar of its doors. I set limits for it and fasten the bar of its doors. We hear in the book of Job, chapter 38, verse 10. Basically, he was saying, look, Job, I'm the one who's in control here, not you. I'm the one who's in control. And so when I was suffering from such a terrible injustice and I felt like my whole life was out of control, it was good when I finally came to realize that God is in control. God's in control. God is the one who sets the limits. So that helped me to let go and let God. Now, I admit I was a bit immature in my understanding of God being in control at the beginning, because in that situation, I was praying for divine retribution for the person who was hurting me. Maybe that wasn't exactly the way that God wanted to share his justice in that situation. So I recognize that, unfortunately, I look at what had been done to me, and then I started reflecting on my response, and I didn't like the person I was becoming. Fine, I was treated poorly, but did I need to turn around and then treat everybody else poorly? Did I need to become a person who was angry all the time, impatient, paranoid? I mean, I didn't like who I was becoming. I was letting what was done to me just poison me. And sadly, I was just sharing that poison with others. Yes, God is in control, but I needed to take control of myself and my response. So I love this wonderful gospel of Mark chapter 4, verse 39. Jesus woke up, rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Quiet, be still." The wind ceased, and there was great calm. I recognize that Jesus could calm a storm in the sea. Could he calm the storm of so much stinking thinking that was just running through my brain? Could he calm the storm of so many ill thoughts towards a special person? Could he calm the storm of the anger, the impatience? Could he calm the storm that was raging in my life? Because the reality is, there were people in my life, boy, they were like gasoline on the fire. They liked fanning the flames. Yes, this is wrong. We need to protest. We need to fight this. And I tried. But that response wasn't helping me. I mean, adding hysteria to my hysterics wasn't bringing me calm and peace. What I love is, notice how Jesus was in the midst of the storm, sleeping. Now, that's the kind of calm I was looking for in my life. In the midst of the storm, I wanted that calm like Jesus had. And yet I had to get to that point, because the first thing, I was like the people that were in the boat with Jesus. I mean, he's sleeping and we're freaking out. And so they're like waking him up, and I love what they say. Do you not care? And I thought the same thing. God, do you not care with what's going on in my life? My whole life is falling apart. Do you not care? And the Lord's response, just calm down, chill. Find peace. And he brought peace. And what I love about it is, even though I went through the midst of a storm, I like the person I've become because of that storm. My faith in God has grown. My relationship with Jesus has deepened. I'm a new person now. It's as St. Paul put in his second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. So whoever is in Christ is a new creation. The old things have passed away. Behold, new things have come. New things. Some of it's just recapturing who I was in the past. It's so nice to be able to laugh again, sometimes at myself, to have a good sense of humor, to be an upbeat, encouraging person. But most especially, I'm a new creation. In letting God handle so much of the injustice. Oh, I pray, Lord, help me to do my part, whatever I can. But I need to, as we heard put so beautifully in this gospel, where Jesus says, you need to have faith and trust. Have faith and trust. And part of that trust is God is in control. As Max Lucado put in his book, Unshakable Hope, he is not twiddling his thumbs. Every flip of the calendar brings us closer to the day in which God will judge all evil. God understands injustice. He will right all wrongs and heal all wounds. He has prepared a place where life will be finally and forever just. For God, that's into this story. Whatever we're struggling with right now, whatever the storm seems like right now, eventually God is going to bring peace. God is going to heal all wounds. God's going to right all wrongs. Ultimately, there will be calm in the storm. Ultimately, the Lord brings peace. And that helps me for those things that I cannot fix. And I mean, it's part of my temperament. I don't know, if it's broke, I want to fix it. And now I've experienced that there's some things I can't fix. But at least if I can find calm and peace and faith and trust that God is in control. God is in control.